Matt Fitzpatrick had to wait until I was off of him to win the U.S. Open. He knew it was that kind of season for me, so he just waited till I didn't bet him for him to win. So good for him.
Yeah, I don't know. What are you going to do? He wasn't really a bettable number going into the week, but I mean, he deserved it, man. 17 out of 18 greens yesterday. That's pretty fucked.
He was great. It was one of the few times where I was obviously mad we didn't win, but going into it, like I didn't expect to feel happy for him when he won, but after he won, I was kind of happy for him, watching him celebrate and watching, his brother and his mom, and I think it was a good thing. It was good to see. I was never on board with saying that he couldn't win. I've been coming here week after week all year long saying I think that narrative is overplayed and that he's capable of winning, and he showed that he was. And I never thought he couldn't win, and I think I said on the show I think he can win, but the 25 was just beat down to fucking hell. And I saw someone's comment on one of my posts saying 25 was a gift or something, which is bullshit. I mean, in a major field, the U.S. Open field, 25-1 was not a gift.
How can you say it's a gift when everything leading up to him finally winning, he just, as soon as he got on top of the leaderboard, he just dropped. And even yesterday, he got on top of the leaderboard, then he three-putted, or he missed 2 4 or 5 footers on 10 and 11.
Yeah, I think he's just so good off the tee that, and we talked about all these narratives going in there and all the storylines and it just shows that sometimes narratives can be true. And like part of the reason we were almost avoiding him was because, there's the USAM narrative and, he won that. So he likes the course. And I think people were like, almost trying to avoid that narrative. But it turned out to be true. The only thing I do regret, and because I texted at you about this a bunch of times throughout the course of the year, like Fitz US Open, and it was like 40 at the time. That's what I regret not betting. 25, I was never getting there, so that is what it is.
Oh, no, week of, we couldn't have bet. There's no way you can bet Fitz week of. I mean, good on the people that did. I saw some 30s out there, but really wasn't that many winners on Fitz. But he definitely deserved it, man. He was the best player.
He was the best player, and Scott. I mean, I was happy to see it, especially because I didn't want to see Scotty win again, and I really thought Rahm had a great chance going into it. Again, he was just great off the tee, and then Sunday, like his irons weren't good enough to make up for anything else, and I was a little surprised and definitely disappointed by the way he played on Sunday.
Oh, that was embarrassing Sunday. Embarrassing. Oh my God. So I was there Saturday. We followed Rahm from what did we follow? Oh, 8 when he was behind the tree. I didn't see what was happening. We were on the green. I'm like, where the fuck is Rahm? And he ended up getting up and in for par, right? On 8 that day, Saturday. Yep. And then I followed him from 9 on, and like I just loved his demeanor. He was like, he just had a nice bounce with him. You could tell he was extremely confident. Nothing was bothering him. He wasn't really like engaging with the fans or anything. He just tell he was in the zone, and he was drilling putts and drilling fairways. And it's just like Sunday's a completely different guy than what I saw Saturday.
Do you think that double on 18 changed his mindset?
Oh, man, I'm still waiting for that ball to come down. We scrambled so hard to get after Rahm hit his tee shot to get to like the towards the green on 18, and it was so dark there that we couldn't see the balls coming in. And he swung the first shot, and I'm just looking at the green waiting for the ball to come down. I'm like, where the fuck's the ball? Same for the second shot. Like I didn't know it went in the bunker. And I had no idea it was plugged. And I'm like, oh my God. It was right after, like we were like front row for his birdie on 17, which was great. And it's just, I don't know, I still didn't, even after he doubled, I still thought he was going to win.
I did too. I was really confident he was going to win. It's funny when I was texting you and he like, where'd his ball go when he was hitting? And I was like, he left it in the bunker. And then I was like,
couldn't believe it.
Other bunker plugged. Oh my God. So yeah. I don't know if that affected him mentally or I don't know, just completely changed the momentum, but I didn't think it was all that devastating because like, that's going to happen in the US Open, but
yeah, a bad hole in the U.S. Open. Everybody does.
And then beginning on Sunday, he like had a nice little up and down on one. I don't know, maybe put pressure on himself, looking at the leaderboard, seeing Scotty birdie 4 out of the first 5, 4 out of the first 6. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but he just didn't have it, especially with the irons. Didn't have it. Hasn't really had it all year.
Yeah, the irons is what was bad. I mean, him and Rory were basically putting, right?
Yeah, I mean, even more so Rory. And hitting on that point, this is what I said all week. Last week was it seemed everything points to Rory. It seems like this is the time he's going to win. It's very hard to picture a scenario where he's not either in contention or winning. But every time in the past going into these majors, we thought the same thing, and he ends up doing the same thing. So as hard as it is to avoid it, you just got to forget he exists, and eventually he'll work his way out of the tournament.
Yeah. Dude, the Boston crowd was pulling for Rory so bad. It was actually great for us on Saturday because we were following Rahm, and Rory was the group ahead of him. So we'd scurry around to the green for Rahm's approach, and as soon as Rory would miss a putt, all the Rory fans would leave, and we'd get front row center watching Rahm's putts. It was great.
Were you surprised at how much the fans loved Rory and no one really cared about Rahm or really anybody else?
I wasn't that surprised. I was expecting that. I just feel like the whole world. Well, you got the Irish thing, but then I feel like everybody's just pulling for Rory right now because of the live stuff and shit. And he's kind of like, I know Rahm had some great comments and JT did too, but like Rory's like the leader of the PGA, and everybody's just pulling for him.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
But yeah, Rory's just a sad soul, man. When it comes to these majors.
He's
like
played
Masters never had a chance to win. I don't care what he did on that Sunday. Like too little, too late. And these last two, he just comes out firing first round. Even in the second round this week, he was one back going into Saturday. I mean, it's like he's like allergic to winning these things.
Oh, he certainly is. So a lot of people were saying, like, I commented all his finishes and like, this is different this year. This time he's going to win. Yeah, I'm sure they said that, when he was 7-1 in the Masters in 2018 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Before we get to the number one player in the world, what about Zalatoris? I mean, he just keeps putting these out there.
He's impressive. I think he's great. He's a great player. And someone asked me if I thought that this would have like a negative impact on him because he's been so close so many times. But I don't think so at all because he hasn't choked at all. He hasn't played poorly. All these major Sundays, he's actually played really well and put himself in a good position. Like he's not really missing shorties. He missed one on, I think, 15 or 16 at the PGA, but like overall, he's playing very well on those Sundays. So I think it's just a matter of time for him.
Okay.
You
still take Neiman over
him? Overall career, yeah, I will. And he's ahead of him right now. I think it's debatable.
Who's ahead of who?
I think Neiman's slightly ahead of him just because he has a big win.
No fucking way. No fucking way. You're crazy, dude. Right now?
Yeah.
I can see the long-term Neiman being ahead of him, but right now, not a fucking chance.
I think
every fucking major he's there.
Yeah, but I think you got to put a win over coming close at majors. I just think it's not a shitty win. It's a big win. He has multiple. He has a shitty win and he has a big win, and a big field like that. I think that just winning matters. And Zalatoris hasn't won. I'm not saying he's much better, but I understand the debate the other way. But
yeah, these majors are different than a regular. Even the Genesis is still different.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know. I think it's really close, but and then Scotty Sheffler, man, he's incredible.
Yeah, he's good. He is good.
He just knows, like, he does it at every golf course, any type of golf course too. Like, look at the golf courses he's won at this year. They're all different.
He's like the opposite of Hovland. His golf IQ is just so high.
Yeah.
He doesn't do dumb shit. Like, I don't think he's the most, like, he's obviously very talented, but I don't think he's the most talented player on tour by any means. He just kind of knows how to work every course and makes the right decisions, plays to the right side of the, and he's obviously very talented too, but he just doesn't make stupid mistakes.
And drills putts. It's weird. It's like Scheffler is what Rahm should be right now.
Yeah. That's what he was.
It's what he was, besides the winning part last year.
Yeah, besides the U.S. Open.
Yeah. Like Rahm didn't have like multiple wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was
Or
so ready. I'm gonna full disclosure here. I was so ready to come on here today and say Rahm's the best player in the world.
dude, I was too. I was turning into a Rahm guy Saturday until 18. I was like following him hard, and I was just like, this guy's the fucking best. He's doing everything I want out of the number one player in the world on a Saturday in a major. He's taking the bull by the horn, and then boom, 18 happens. I'm still looking for the ball to come out of the air.
He's gonna win, I think, 4 or 5 U.S. Opens in his career.
Yeah, he's just off the tee. It's just too good.
He's just built for U.S. Open. I mean, even like this week is like he doesn't have his best stuff, but he just is built for U.S. Open. Hits it long and straight. Buries 8 to 10 foot par putts. Usually this year not as much as usual, but I think long term that's just who he is. So got to keep going back to him in U.S. Opens.
Yeah. Some other thoughts. I mean, they watered the fucking greens in between rounds on Friday. What the fuck?
That was weird. Very weird. I saw some people saying it was because they wanted Rory, JT, or Spieth to win.
Probably did, but even some of the play, like Lowry was complaining about it. Like that was bullshit.
Yeah, it gave one side a complete advantage. It had nothing to do with the weather. It was pretty much all just that.
It's crazy. And then DJ, I thought he was all right.
He was
I think
good.
that I would go back to that bet.
Oh yeah. I have no problems with the bet whatsoever. I'd bet it every single time. 45 to 1, and he was good Thursday. Friday, he was really good. He just couldn't make a putt.
Friday, everything was 10 feet. And he
Yeah,
was on the bad side of the draw too.
ended up being the bad side of the draw. He had everything was between 8 and 15 feet, and he just missed every single putt. But his ball striking was good. He finished what?
24th.
Yeah, perfectly fine. I mean, for a guy that said was unplayable and unbettable, I thought he was fine. And
Yeah, he was paired with Decky on Sunday. So they both were +2, and Decky just went crazy to finish, I don't know, 4th or something. And DJ was kind of just level.
yeah, I thought he was good. I'm if I get a 40 at St. Andrews, I'll go right back to it.
Yep. And then U.S. Open app, man, they got to do something about that thing.
Jesus Christ, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. It was like, it's a major. You got to figure that out. There's a way to bring fans, younger generation. The technology has to be up to par, and it just completely wasn't.
Well, I do like their new CEO. I feel like he listens. He was saying something about how he heard that the Saturday coverage was horrific, and he was going to start talking to his partners about NBC and about making sure we see more things. So I do think we could see some improvements there. And then lastly, I mean, just being on site, that course is amazing, man. Like the back nine, especially, like every single hole is like completely different. You get something different on every hole. The fairways were rock hard. Like we would cross each fairway to get to the next hole, and like I was feeling them a little bit. They are rock hard, and then and if you don't hit the fairway, you're just fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you spray it way deep, like Fitz did on 15. He got lucky there, but that course was like they need to go back there once every 10 years. I think that's a great course.
Were you disappointed with how many guys were under par at the end of it?
No, how many were under par? Like 8?
Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping for like more like Winged Foot when you had like basically one guy under par. I didn't like the fact that Sunday played him a shot and a half easier than the rest of the days.
Yeah. So Saturday was like really cold and really windy. I don't even think the coverage did it justice. It was so windy. And then Sunday, I thought we were going to get the same, and it was going to be colder, but the wind just died down, and the rain didn't help Saturday night. It made it soft.
There were 9 guys under par, 2 guys at even.
Yeah, I mean, that's typical. I felt like if it didn't rain Saturday night, we probably would have had like 5 or 6 guys under par.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, it was good. We said the winning score -5. Is that what it was?
6.
Okay, so very close.
Yep.
So yeah, the course played exactly how I expected it to play. The type of guys I think were exactly who we thought they kind of would be. So yeah, overall it was good. I'm happy for Fitz. You know, sometimes you see those guys like him who struggle for a win. The first one ends up being a big one. So good for him.
On to Travelers.
Yep.
Another one in our backyard almost.
Yep. Another one we hit last year. We were in attendance last year. Cromwell, Connecticut. So last year we had the huge playoff between English and Kramer Hickok. We were on English at 40-1. Loved that bet going into it. That was one of the the craziest events that I've ever seen on Sunday. Just sweating a playoff for 8 holes. I mean, it was crazy. TPC River Highlands is a 6,841 yard par 70, so it's definitely pretty short. Been on tour forever, 39 years. Home of the only 58 in tour history.
Old man Furyk. That
Old man.
top senior would have cashed this week too.
Yeah, it would have. I think one of our listeners took it and said thanks to you. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't miss that. All right, buddy.
16 through 18 is a tough little finishing stretch. All those holes are historically average above par, so it's always a good finish. We hit this 2 years in a row, right? We hit DJ 2 years ago at 28-1, and we hit English last year at 40-1.
Yep, I hit Knox way back when he won it.
Yep, and field is pretty loaded this year, more so than I can ever remember. It's getting better in each year. It seems like the players really like this spot, and but this year, more so than ever. I imagine Jay is probably telling them all to play with all this live stuff going on, and field is going to be good.
Yeah, it helps that the U.S. Open was in Boston too. It's an hour and a half ride. But yeah, I think I've heard they treat the players fantastic at TPC, and they treat the caddies fantastic as well. So I think that brings a lot of people. The Travelers does a great job with this event, and I think that brings a lot of people. Guys are starting to recognize it and bring a lot of guys into this event. But yeah, Jay's probably out there, really, really pushing all his guys.
Yeah, and
that he has left.
Yeah, all the guys he has left. Course it's just a cool course. We went last year. It was a great time. The layout is nice. The one thing that's interesting about this course, I think, is like there's no specific skill set that wins. Like that wins here. Anybody can win. It just depends who plays the best that week. Like you can be a bomber and win. We saw that with DJ. You can be a shorter kind of plotter type of guy, like you see with Knox and the Reeves of the world. But so because of that, what do you actually kind of look for in terms of the type of player you want to target with so many different skill sets having success?
We're looking at Pete Dye's success. Obviously, that's probably the biggest factor, right?
Yeah.
Course history. This is one of the 4 or 5 courses on tour that's Pete Dye. You got to hit fairways, and a lot of these shots are wedge shots, so it's not your typical 6-7 iron. You're looking at 8-9 wedge from fairways. You got to hit fairways around the green. And then you get that like bent POA, like northeast POA putting, which I think is big. I don't think approach is like the biggest factor here.
No, it isn't a huge factor. Obviously you want it to be good, but
greens are small.
The guys who are winning don't seem to gain a million on approach.
Yep.
I'm going to share this real quick. Looking at kind of the modeling here that I have, I just wanted to share the Pete Dye list and also the course history list. So starting with course history, Hoffman's up there, but then you have Harmon, Steele, Leishman, Day, Rory, Ches, Cantlay, Keegan, Streelman. Those 10, you see those guys all the fucking time at this event.
And you see them always at Pete Dye courses.
Yeah, and they're all Pete Dye guys too. So this is kind of the bottom, just looking at some guys who definitely aren't great here. You see like Wise hasn't really been very good here. And then the Pete Dye guys, Cantlay, number 1, Siwoo, number 2, Harmon, Sungjae, HV3, Keegan, Zalatoris, who withdrew, JT Webb, Cam Davis. So, similar guys.
Shocked by Cam Davis there. I'm shocked he's grading. I just picture him being a bomber.
Yeah,
I
me too.
consider him a bomber. So,
But he's played well at these courses, and I think, it's very interesting to see. You see a lot of crossover guys who've played Travelers well and guys who have played Pete Dye courses well because, like, there's nothing really that difficult about the course. It's just like the layout and the setup and the pin locations, and it's not easy to go out there and make a million birdies, unless you're Jim Furyk that one year. But um, it's kind of surprising you don't see winners like 20 under here. It's usually like 13, 15 under.
yeah.
Sometimes even worse.
Yeah, the front nine can be tough. After like this, I think it's like 4 through 8. One of them has a par 5, but the par 5 is not the easiest par 5. 4 through 8, I think, are very difficult holes. And then there's a stretch on the back that can be difficult. You get the drivable par 4 15th, which it's actually one of the better drivable par 4s because you have the water on the left, an elevated green, and you can't really bail right because you got OB up there, big side hill. It's a really, really cool par 4.
I think it's
Everything around that lake's great too. You get the par 3 next, and then you have 17, which you kind of have to lay up on. You can't use driver. It's basically a iron off the tee.
I think the par 5s are their cumulatively are the most difficult par 5s on tour if you add them all up together.
There's 2 or 3.
2.
2, yeah. So I think the other one was 13, 12 or 13. 12 or 13 has the lake in front of it.
Yeah, so they're not easy par 5s.
No. And you got out of bounds left and right. I think, didn't DJ hit it on the tracks or something that year he won?
Yeah, the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Was that 16 or 15?
No, that was the par 5 I'm talking about. It's on the
13.
13. Yeah, so you got out of bounds left, you got out of bounds right, and then you get a water right in front of the green. And the green is very difficult.
Yep. I think one reason why you don't see bombers completely dominate or play well at this course is one, because those two, you can't just go out and make 4 birdies on the 4 par 5s. Like, there's 2 par 5s,
yeah,
and they're kind of difficult. So it's just kind of who can play those short irons the best and wedges and all that. So
I love the Travelers. This is one of my favorite weeks of the year. I love this course.
I completely forgot we hit it back-to-back years until now. So 2 in a row, going for 3 in a row here at Travelers.
Yeah, love this event.
Very good event. So, because of all this, the reasons we talked about why the field is good, and we should get some value on this board here. The top, but all the big guns are here.
They are, except the ones that aren't allowed.
Yeah, except the ones that aren't allowed.
Hey, that rat made that move. That rat answer.
Yeah, and see if you guys fucking love him now. Now he's taking that blood money.
So we won't get too much into the live here, but we're gonna see some names leave the tour this week. Not on their own, not because they want to leave the tour, but because Jay won't back down.
Wave the white flag, Jay.
Yep. All right, you want to get into the odds?
Yeah.
All right, Bet365. We got Rory 9-1. Every week with Rory now, huh? He's just there. Scotty 10-1. JT 11-1. Cantlay 14-1. Xander 16-1, and Sam Burns 18-1. Those are the 6 guys under 20.
Okay. I guess to start kind of with that Rory, JT, Sheffler. I mean, those are the 3 that kind of group together. Those are the three best players in the field. What's their motivation like this week? And what is it? Not only what's their motivation, what's it like after a grueling 4-day U.S. Open, with all the pressure that comes with it? This isn't Harris English or Ches Reavie, who backdoored a T5 and had no pressure all week. Like, these guys, it was grueling. The whole preparation, the interview process, the live shit, like, it's emotionally draining. So what do you think about those guys?
Their motivation is to defend Jay. That's their only motivation this week.
Yeah. I mean, do they really care that much about that?
Rory does. Yeah. JT does. We saw it at Canadian, right? I don't know if Scotty really gives a fuck.
But the Canadian, I think, was different. One, it was during the same week. It was the first one, and these guys are still prepping for U.S. Open, and a lot of those guys care about those national championships, or whatever you want to call them, those national opens, the Canadian Open, the Mexican Open. Rory seems to care about that. So I do think.
No, I'm just trying to give you an answer to why do they care about winning this week? That'd be the only reason I think. I don't. Other than that, I just feel like I don't know. Is there much motivation?
No, I mean they obviously could be fine, but I feel like in terms of an event, those big guys are going to win. This isn't one of them. This is one of those weeks where, like, I'm not saying none of the guys because there's one that we both really like who's pretty far up the board, but Rory, JT, Sheffler, like this isn't the one I feel like they're all that motivated to win. This isn't one of the ones when you pay up for those guys. Like Rory at Canadian, I thought was a good bet even at 10-1. But like this one doesn't mean they can't win, but I just don't think there's any value whatsoever on trying to go for one of those guys because their skill set is very neutralized here. I think anybody can win. It's like I just think it's a week to maybe try to get better value.
I agree, 100%. Out of the three, who do you like the best?
I don't love. I mean, Roy's just playing so well, and he seems like a man on a mission. JT, I think, is still coming down off the PGA win. I didn't really love him last week, and he wasn't great. I know a lot of people did. I didn't really think he was going to play well at all. But I do think this course sets up for him a little better than the other two. And then Scheffler's playing great. But I'm going to go, if any of the three, I'd go with Rory.
Yeah, I just think JT and Scotty are really good with wedges. I feel like they could. I know Rory's been better, but I just feel like, when Scotty has like 80 yards, you just know it's going to be within 5 feet, no matter what. He's kind of in that JT category now for me.
And when DJ won, he was kind of a lot like that too.
Yeah.
When he was in his prime, that 125, he always had it.
But it is a letdown. I mean, you come in second at the U.S. Open. I mean, it's definitely a big letdown.
So yeah, I'm not going to go with those guys. Even if I was playing DK or something, I would still start my lineup below all those three guys and just go to the next range here.
Cantlay, X, and Burns, all very interesting plays here.
Yeah, and the guy I love is Cantlay. I texted this to you yesterday. I said Cantlay Travelers just because I think it sets up great for him. I like him on courses that are somewhat shorter because he really, when he tries to get too far out there, he gets into trouble with his driving accuracy. I think shorter courses, he's better. He shot a 60 here as an amateur. I mean, he's obviously has some good course success. His course history is good. It's not great. It's good. He finishes in the top 20 every time he's played, but he hasn't finished in the top 10. It's in between like 10th and 20th each time.
15, 11, 13 last 4 years.
Yeah, so
top
same
15 every time.
Top 15 every time. So he's consistent here. But I think he's kind of starting to play well again. He was playing well before, kind of didn't play well at the PGA, but US Open, I thought he was good. He finished very strong on Sunday, had a really nice day, gained a shot and a half on both approach and on off the tee. So I think, I don't know, of all the guys up here, I like him by far the best.
He got fucked on that tee shot on 5.
Yeah.
Got plugged. You see that?
Yeah. He could have easily shot a 67.
Yeah. His ball could have easily done what Fitz's ball did. It was like literally like 2 feet to the right.
Yep.
Yeah, I was hoping for like an 18 on him.
Me too.
We're gonna get something better.
I would imagine that it's better than 16. Is that what you're saying?
365 is 14. I want at least a 16.
I need a 16 to bet it.
Because this is the type, he's putting starting to come. You got to drill putts here. And he's capable of drilling fucking putts.
Spike week.
I just think he fits that mold of like the English. He's like the better version of all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's, I don't want to use the word homosexual, but he's kind of like the better version of that,
He's the top tier of of that group. He but like you said about English, he's a better version of English. Like, what does English do well? I don't know, like nothing that great. Just he's like good at everything. And that's like, and then gets hot with the putter. It's like Cantlay. He's like, just nothing he does is incredibly elite on its own. It's just everything together. And then like you get the hot putter. So yeah, all those guys are like that. A lot of the guys who have won here. So yeah, he's just the souped up version of all those guys. And I think the skill set is just best for him here. You said you think Burns and X are interesting too?
X more than Burns, but yeah, I mean, X is playing amazing. He's playing really well. Not amazing, but he's playing really well over the last since Cantlay carried his ass at the Zurich. X has been one of the hottest golfers on tour. I feel like, at least statistically.
He's been good.
Look at his stats; they're just great. I mean, I'm not obviously if I was to choose X or Cantlay, I'd choose Cantlay. I think Cantlay the Pete Dye thing, and I feel like he plays a lot of the courses Bubba plays really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Zurich, Bubba's won the Zurich down in New Orleans. Cantlay just won that. Genesis, Cantlay almost won that a couple times. Bubba's won that 3 times. He plays this course well. He plays the Masters well. That's what Bubba plays. I just picture Cantlay. Cantlay's gonna win a Travelers at some point.
Yeah, TPC Louisiana, like you said, that's Pete Dye. He's the best Pete Dye player in the field. So he's just the best course fit of all the top guys. At least just give me a 16 that I can bet and I can be able to stomach that.
Yeah. Burns is only interesting because I don't know, he makes birdies and he's a good wedge player.
And he just fucking wins when he gets a chance.
Yeah. But I wouldn't never bet on Burns here to win for the 4th time this season. So
yeah, Cantlay is the guy. We got to find the right number, and I don't know if we get it. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah. So, next range, you get Spieth at 22, Jocko at 28. Followed around Jocko for a little bit until his implosion.
Yeah, he wasn't very good.
And Finau 30.
Spieth's won this before.
Yes, but despite winning it, he hasn't really done. He's been dick every other time. I know he sucked at golf, but
yeah, but course fit wise, it does seem like a good fit for him.
You think?
I mean, it requires you to do a bunch of different shit, and he's kind of like creative and
that's true.
Good around the green. And that being said, I don't necessarily love him this week, but
why is he like the worst putter on tour?
I don't know. These things are just golf's a fucking weird game. I mean, look at all these
well last week.
He did hit it well, but it's so unpredictable. I mean, like look at MLB, look at NBA. It's like you know what these guys are going to do on a week-to-week basis. Golf is just so different. Like Spieth, the best putter in the world, basically forever, and all of a sudden he sucks at putting, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. So I have no fucking clue why he sucks at putting.
Like he's not just like bad for Spieth bad. He's like the worst putter on tour, statistically.
But to answer my own question, it's just we see these guys who like his ball striking was so bad for so long. They spend so much time trying to fix that they don't work on what they already do well. So the same thing with Ricky. He said when he started putting it poorly. And there's a couple other examples too. Bryson.
Yeah, Bryson. There was another one too. I mean, it happened to. I wouldn't say JT. JT's.
I would say Rahm this year. I mean,
yeah.
He said he's working a lot on his iron play, and then his putting kind of went away.
Yeah, but now his putting's coming back, and his iron play is going to shit.
Yeah, it's just so hard to get everything going at the right time. That's why golf is hard, and that's why you don't see these guys dominate for long stretches. Only guy who has everything going for such a long time is Tiger, and Scheffler's kind of doing a little bit of that now too. He's pretty much got it all going on.
Yeah. So Spieth, after the Masters, he won the Heritage.
That's right. He did.
Pete Dye.
Yeah, it's Pete. Yeah, that's right. You're the Spieth guy, so I'm sure you.
I'm not going to bet the Spieth guy. I can't do it, but I don't know. You like him?
I don't know. This reminds me of fucking last week. Like, if I came on here and started saying Fitz is going to win, how much shit would I have gotten? If I just keep betting him every week.
I don't particularly like Spieth this week. I don't know. No. I'm not going to bet him now.
I like him if I had to rank all the guys up here. I like him second best, though. I'm not going to bet him, no.
Okay. You know on Neiman?
No, not an even place.
I like Finau. Just because I just feel like he's in one of those grooves right now. I know he missed the cut, but he's just been playing great golf over the last like 6 weeks, and he's gonna win something. I feel like, or he's gonna contend in. I know there's not that many events left, but he's gonna contend in something. I'm not sure I can bet Finau if I'm gonna bet Cantlay. If I bet Cantlay, I'm out on Finau because I'm betting this next guy in the 30 range. I don't know. He's just fourth, second, and those are 3 results in his last 6 events. So I mean, there's something going on.
Yeah, he's playing really well, and I like you. I'm not too concerned about the miscut, but in general, he doesn't feel like a traveler's guy to me. I know DJ didn't either, and he's kind of a similar skill set to DJ, but I'm just going to go for the guys who I think are travelers guys.
Okay. So let's discuss the next guy that I think you're going to bet with me.
I am. Yeah, you give it to me.
Sanjay, 35-1.
35? Is that what it is there?
You got Sanjay at 35, Keegan at 35, and Brooks at 40.
Yeah, I like Sanjay a lot.
Pete Dye guy. This course, I mean, short. I know it's not par. Is it par 71 or 70?
I think it's a par 70.
Yeah, par 70. Yeah, short par 70. That's Sanjay M. Coming off a missed cut where everybody was on him. Everybody bet him at like 60-1 weeks ago. Just ruined everybody this past week. And he missed the cut on the number. I feel like this just fits into what he does well.
It does. It does. I like him a lot too. I think, like you said, course fit wise, it's pretty good. How have Asians been in general at this place here?
Remember we were on Satoshi last year?
Yeah, that was awesome. Falling
Wasn't
around.
he the first round leader?
Yeah, he was up there.
One of them.
Yeah, that was good. He sucked after that, but that was good. Oh yeah, so we were there on Friday. On Thursday, he was great. So
how have Asians done here? Huh. Go ahead, give me your thoughts. I'll look into that.
I don't know. I feel like it's not a great Asian spot, but
I'll text some Connecticut friends to find out if Asians excel in the state of Connecticut.
They excel at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, they do. It's right there, baby.
True, smoking cigs. Yeah. So that's good. But yeah, course fit wise, I do like him. I like the fact that he was kind of the popular guy that let everybody down. And then this week, I think it's just a much better course fit for him. I never thought he was a US Open player, and I didn't really get the love on him last week as much as everybody else did. And I saw a 66. I understand it was a kind of a bet the number scenario with considering how he was playing, and he's had good major finishes. But in terms of US Open, I don't think Sanjay's just a complete US Open guy.
No, I agree with that completely.
This week seems like a lot better.
Wouldn't say he's a grinder, right?
No. But he's playing well, and he's kind of due for another win. He's, I think he's kind of in a groove now. He missed the cut on the number, so that's great. Gets to go home and kind of rest, and not go home, but rest for the rest of the week and come over here. I like it.
Right, he's probably gambling.
Oh, he probably is.
Yeah, 35. What's not to like?
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I mean,
you sound like you're on the fence.
No, I'm definitely going to bet it. I think it's a good value considering the way he's playing, but I'm just picturing a guy winning the Travelers. He just doesn't seem like the other guys who have won here.
Yeah, I mean, you want me to say it again? It doesn't fit that mold.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the mold.
Yeah, stat wise though, I mean, Heritage 2.9 on approach, Schwab 2.5, Memorial 3.7, putting. We can get hot and cold with the putter. He has those spike putting weeks. He's going to give you a chance because he's going to be in the fairway 80% of the time.
I wonder how his proximity is from these wedge ranges.
I can tell you.
Yeah, well, you look at that. I'm just thinking for him, he does fit the mold in the way that these guys who win don't do anything like incredibly well, just kind of solid across the board. I can see if he wins, he can gain 4 in approach, 2.3 around the green, 5 putting, and 2.5 off the tee.
Yeah. 125 to 150. Is that the range we're looking at?
Yeah.
Memorial 4.1, Schwab 7, RBC Heritage 2.1.
So he's good.
He's been good the last 3 weeks. I don't know what he did at the U.S. Open, but you get in the 100 to 125 range. He hasn't been as good. Heritage, though, he was 3.6.
So similar type of course.
Yeah, similar type of course. Heritage 3.6, 2.1 from 125 to 150, 4.5 from 150 to 175.
I'm going to look at long-term last 50 here. From 100 to 125. 56th in the field. Not great. Not bad. Not bad. 75 to 100, he's 19th. So he is pretty good, I guess, with a wedge. Not, incredibly good, but I think he's good.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm going to go with him. I just like it. Off the missed cut, he burned everybody last week. And I don't think he was particularly that bad. I mean, +4 after the first two rounds. I could have easily made the cut.
Yeah, definitely could have easily made the cut. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good place to bet. I mean, if you're looking at Cantlay and then him, that's a good place to start the card, and then I guess get a little further down.
Anything on Keegan or Brooks? Brooks has good history here. I don't know.
We were on Brooks last year, and
where are we?
Yep, he was like 40 to 1 or 35 to 1.
He came in 5th.
Yeah, and he came in 5th, and he was
had that hot Sunday.
Yep. So I do like him here in general. He's played good at a lot of courses. DJ's played well at too.
Yeah,
but he just sucks right now.
He does. Anything on Keegan?
I mean, I like Keegan. I remember vividly watching the final round. I can even remember particular shots that he and Ches were hitting when Ches won. For some reason, that Sunday round sticks with me. And I remember watching that a lot and thinking, he had a good chance to win, and he did. You're paying a big time tax on him. That's the problem. Coming off hot week last week, and the fact that he's from the area and he plays the course well, and he's going to be, the home crowd guy. You're paying a big time tax. I don't feel like paying a tax on him, but could be good.
I think I would have gone there like 55, 60.
Absolutely. I was thinking about it all last week. If he didn't play well, maybe we get that. Like even 50, I might even bite on, but 35, I'm just nowhere close to that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, 45 plus. We got Wise 45, Riley 45, Tommy 50, Seamus Power 55, Mito 55, Harmon 55.
Good range here. I think there's a lot of good bets in this range.
All right, so you start with the two guys that are hot, Wise and Riley. Anything on them? Wise is good, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I believe you. I know I haven't been a huge Wise guy, but I agree that he's it's hard to argue with what he's been doing lately. He's just playing really, really good golf. He hasn't been good here.
No, I don't like him this week either, but he's playing well.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a place you're going to ball strike your way to a win.
Yeah, but that'd be the case for Wise and Riley.
Yeah, and I'm not a Riley guy. I'm out on him. But yeah, so I'm out on both of them.
Okay. Your boy Tommy.
I like him. I just don't know what his ceiling is. I mean, but do you just say you believe in the skill set, like with a guy like Fitz, and you think you just keep going there with hope that he can eventually do it? And I don't think he's incapable, but he just has been incapable to this point.
Yeah, I don't know if I can bet Tommy.
No, I can't bet him. I think you play well. He was horrible last week. Yeah, I think he could play.
You missed a lot of 4 or 5 footers, right?
He was horrible putting. I think he was pretty good. Otherwise, putting was horrible, but he killed me. He killed my fucking DraftKings lineups. Just was horrible. But yeah, I can see him playing well. Probably not capable of winning. I guess I don't think. I mean, if you're gonna bet him to win somewhere, it's probably gonna be fucking Honda, API, or I don't know, Valspar.
In Florida.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna go with no, but I do really like it. He's 12th in my model. He's doing all these things really well. 18th in approach, 25th par 4 scoring, 11th Pete Dye, 18th at this course. He's playing well. So I think he's probably going to play pretty good.
Okay, but you're not going to bet him. That's
No.
fair. I like Seamus Power a lot. Sneaky played well last week, and no one was really talking about it. He finished 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he rank in that Pete Dye model? He's got to be up there. Up
Pete
20 at least.
Dye. Pete Dye, he is.
Regardless, short par 70 is where I like him. Just look at the country club. Short par 70. Finished 12th. PGA. Finished 9th. Surprised there, but it was par 70, a little longer. He's played well here. He's played well at Pebble, Amex, Sony, RSM. These are all his top finishes. Where did he win? Barbasol. Is that a par 70? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
No. Bigger course. But I don't know. I just feel like he fits the mold here. And at 60 to 1, we're getting a great number for a guy who just played really well at the US Open.
I agree. I like him a lot. And he's 29th in the Pete Dye, but that doesn't include the Zurich, which he played really well at, and the match play, which he went to the final 8.
Great.
So
in the final 8 or final 8, yeah.
Final 8, and he I think he lost to either Scotty or who'd Scotty play in the finals?
He lost to
Kiz. He lost to Kiz, I think.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah. So he was great. So he was great there. Austin Country Club and Zurich. Look at two guys. Look at who else plays both Zurich and Austin Country Club well. Bubba's won here twice, 3 times.
3 times here.
So I think that makes sense. Likes the Pete Dye, likes these 2 courses. So I think, and the way he played last week, I don't know what he did stat wise. I kind of want to take a look at that actually. But yeah, I like him a lot. He would definitely fit the mold.
Stat wise for the event, Seamus 1.2 on approach, 1.4, 1.5 on putting.
Is this per round?
No, this is total.
Okay. On Data Golf?
Yep.
Are you sure it's total?
Yeah, for the event.
That's per round.
Oh, okay.
You got to multiply it.
Well, there you go. It's even better than I'm saying.
So it's like you gain like 4 or 5 on approach.
Oh, that's per round. Okay, yeah, I'm not used to Data Golf. Sorry, but that's the only place for stats.
Yep.
There you go. So 4.8 on approach.
Yeah.
We like him.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's great. I think
he hits fairways, right? That's his thing. I've never been a huge power guy, but
approach is usually really good. He does hit fairways. I was going to say, do many non-Americans win this event? But I know Knox won the event. I mean, he's similar profile to Knox, Ireland, Scotland, right?
Yeah, he basically is Knox. Leishman's won it.
Yep.
Chaz, he can't be American, is he?
Yeah. He is, but I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got a real good feel on Seamus Power this week.
I do too. I'm sure we're not going to be alone on it, but I definitely want to bet it. We haven't seen that 60 yet. I really want it. I'd settle for a 50.
Yep, same. Anything on Mito?
No, I'm not. I don't like Mito, no.
Okay. Harmon, great course history. Played well for 3 days last week.
Harmon could be good. I like Harmon. 60, I think, is a very fair number you're getting on him if you get a 60. And I only remember this now because I just posted that clip of us talking about Harris English last year. But so Harmon was 30 to 1 last year.
Nuts.
And now he's 60. I know the field is better. And I know his string of form was much better last year, but still, still seems like value when you're getting double the price, and he's the same guy, and he's going to the same course.
Yeah, and he's starting to show a little bit of form, right?
Yeah, I mean, U.S. Open, he's good. I just don't like. Does he win? It's been a while.
When did he win?
I don't know. I think he's won something, but
He won the Wells Fargo in 2017. That was his last win.
Yeah, been a while. So I'm not huge on the fact that he could actually win.
He won the John Deere in 14.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I don't know if I don't consider him really a winner, and a guy like but I can see him finishing in fourth, like second.
Yeah. Same. Here's a guy who does win that stats won't love him, but Mark Leishman, 66-1.
Love Mark.
I've been
Love
texting
him.
you. I've been texting you since Friday or Saturday. Saw a lot of Leishman on Saturday when I was there, and he played well.
He was playing with Neiman.
Yep. Bet him against Mac Hughes on Sunday, and he played well again Sunday. He finished 12th, I think, at the U.S. Open. He's obviously won this event before. He was third here last year, and I can just picture this. Mark's just he gets hot with the putter, and that's what I'm looking for here. He's a winner, and I've been thinking about him since Saturday to bet him. So I'm gonna be on him at 66. Anything over 50, actually.
He gained 4.5 on approach.
Yeah, he was good.
Off the tee, not great, but that's okay.
Who he is.
Yeah, that's who he is. You can get away with it here for the most part, I think. Putting gained, 3.5. So yeah, he was just kind of solid across the board. He's another guy like I think in the winners here. I mean, he's won here, but he's a guy who just like when he wins, he's not going to gain 9 strokes on approach, and you don't have to here. He's not going to gain 12 strokes ball striking. He's just going to do everything pretty well, drill some putts, and fucking find a way to win.
Yep. Got to be on Mark this week.
You have to be on Mark. Third last year. And he's a guy who is, I always say this, but I just trust him to win. Like when he's in the mix, I like his ability to get it done.
Yeah, same. Other guys in this range, you got Varner, Day. I think you asked me about Day about 17 times this week, so you got to bet him.
I don't know if I'm going to bet him. I do like him. I think I saw 66 or something. I actually saw 66 that I was considering. I don't know. Last year he came into this event in horrible form, and he played very, very well. He's always played really well here. He's one of the best in course history here. I know his stats haven't been that good lately, but his finishes have been. He's
putting. He's putting. There's another guy. He's working on his iron game, and then his putting goes, and now
that's what we're
coming back.
That's who we're thinking of. Yeah, so his putting is good, and that's what I care about. Like, if there's a place he can win, it's here. I really think if there's anywhere he can win, it's here, because you don't have to gain a bunch on approach or ball striking. He can gain 6 putting and just be okay and pretty good everywhere else, and has the course knowledge. The places that he has been playing well since he sucked are all places where he has good course history.
He's been wasn't he leading going into the weekend last year?
Yeah, he was either leading or one back. We followed him around a little bit. We bet a matchup against him, and he just kept fucking making birdies.
Yeah, we kept making fun of it, him and having vertigo. I remember that.
But he was, Memorial, he just found a way to put a good score together. He finished 31st at Memorial, even though he lost 3.5 on approach. He gained a lot putting. He's made 4 straight cuts, 15th at Wells, AT&T at the Byron Nelson. He was 51st, 55th at the PGA, 31st at Memorial. He's having a decent year. Can he win? I don't know, but I can kind of picture it this week a little bit.
It's fair.
Can you?
I can picture it. If I didn't look at his iron stats, I would have been with you. But I looked at him, and it was very, very concerning. Like more concerning than it was last year coming into this. Like it was like 3 times worse.
He's consistently losing. Let me look at the Memorial break. I want to see what he did. Maybe he got progressively better in the Memorial, because he did finish very well in terms of his just placement. But
did he just not try to qualify for the U.S. Open?
I guess not. Leaderboard.
But yeah, Pete Dye, obviously, that's Jason Day's Pete Dye guy. Players, Zurich, he almost won. Was shortened. He would have won. Here, where else do we play?
I know he sucked on Sunday. Never mind. But yeah, I don't know. Can he win? Probably not. But I think he'd be a good maybe like a DraftKings pivot or something like that. I am considering betting him depending what I do with the rest of my card. Like, what if we don't get more than a Cantley 14? What do we do?
You're gonna have to take a 6-7 pack.
Right, and if I do that, he could be involved in it.
Yep. You don't like Varner?
No.
He's playing well, dude.
He's a fucking loser.
Okay.
He just is. He's a loser.
Completely fair. Completely fair. I got nothing to say. No comeback there. And then the guy who played extremely well at the U.S. Open, Denny McCarthy, 66.
I was looking for guys because I remember last year we were talking a lot about the guys who played well at the U.S. Open. Happened with Ches, and DJ's like an outlier. He just decided to win that week, so you can't even count that fucking week.
That wasn't after the U.S. Open either.
Okay, yeah, good. So
that was the restart. That was like the second or third event after the restart.
So all those were wonky. So yeah, basically the last two times been after the U.S. Open. It's like a kind of a mid-level player who played well at the U.S. Open and kind of, but wasn't really in deep contention, but played well. So McCarthy fits that very well. Power probably fits it too, and so does maybe even Mark. But I like that for Denny, but I don't necessarily like him.
I've often wondered this. What if his name was not Denny and his name was just Craig McCarthy? Would people be obsessed with him, or Adam McCarthy? Would anybody give a fuck about fucking Denny McCarthy if his name wasn't Denny?
Do people give a fuck about him?
Dude, I feel like I'm all over Twitter. Everybody's like, Denny season. We're betting Denny. Why are we betting Denny? That's the question I have for everybody.
I think part of it is the Denny, but also I think just because he's like the best putter in the world.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He sucks. Remember the one time we actually got on him and he just couldn't make any putts? His irons were like the best he's ever been. And I'm like, oh, well, he's definitely going to putt well, and he sucked.
It was probably, what is it, Pebble or something?
I don't know, something gay.
It's hard to trust. Yeah, hard to trust a guy like that. In order to win, he has to gain like 12 strokes putting.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, I'm going to be a no on that. But a couple other guys who fit that same mold who I like a little better.
What you got?
Damon.
I like Damon. It's the first time he's ever been feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And every interview I've watched kind of looked like he liked it.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, he seems so confident in his interview.
But the problem is on Saturday, him and Morikawa got off to such a bad start that nobody was watching him. Everybody was watching Rory and Rahm. So they were kind of just playing like it was a normal Friday round that he normally plays in. Nobody watching him. But he was good on Sunday.
Who the fuck's going to be watching him at Travelers?
It's true. Yeah, I know. But I mean, if he's in contention and winning, people are going to be watching him.
Yeah. And this is the course I think makes sense for him. Has he done anything here?
Damon. 20th in 2020. Didn't play last year. 20th is his best finish.
That's good. That was a good field too.
Yeah, he fits that mold. Definitely.
See what he did statistically last week at the U.S. Open. Joel Damon. He gained 8 on approach.
Yeah. Fucking missed a 3-footer on 18 to win my matchup against Hadwin. They pushed. Wow.
So, I mean, that's kind of what he was saying too. He's like, I just couldn't make putts. He said he felt he hit it better than anyone last week.
Yeah, he definitely looked good early. I could bet Damon. Definitely.
I think we should bet him.
Okay. That's cool.
All right. So that's basically all I got.
Guys, what about the Brendans?
Oh, yeah. I like both Brendans, Todd and Steele.
Who do you like better? Of course, you like Steele. I mean, it's a given.
I think Steele has a better chance to finish top 10. Todd has a better chance to win.
Okay, fair. Todd was winning that time DJ won.
Yep. He was
remember those chips he had?
yeah, he left a couple chips in the rough on the hill. I think that was
12.
13. 12, yeah. That was funny. I was just screaming, laughing, waiting for DJ to fucking take over. He had the 54 hole league. I think he was -10 and DJ was -9 or something.
Yeah, he was playing. Played great on the front nine, and he was still leading until that one hole where he made like a 7.
Yeah, and he's been playing pretty well lately too. Overall, I was almost gonna not bet him, but fuck around with him at the U.S. Open, but he wasn't in the field.
Yep.
But he was playing pretty. He's been playing really good, and he's a guy. I mean, I know all of his wins came like consecutively, but he's a guy who I don't think is like scared to win.
No, I don't. I agree. Can he win this event with this many good players?
Probably not. But I mean, if those guys don't show up,
Yeah.
like depends what the leaderboard looks like. If those 3 guys aren't up there, then he definitely can. He was 13th at the Canadian, and we're kind of banking on that anyway. I mean, 13th at the Canadian, 3rd at the Charles Schwab. He played pretty good on Sunday at the Charles Schwab. He wasn't had a kind of a chance to win, but back-to-back really good finishes. His putting is not finally, but I mean, he was not one of the best putters in the world for a while, and now he's going back to that 5.3, 5.7 in the last 2 events.
Wow, I like that. Give me 100.
Yeah, drilling putts, 100. I think I saw 90.
Okay, I prefer him over Steele as well. Russell Henley withdrew. Pretty weird that the defending champs won 25-1, and he was on the Ryder Cup team. I know he's been injured, but
I bet at Bryson over English yesterday, and it was just like the battle to make the least amount of bogeys. They both just bogeyed every fucking hole.
Did Bryson win?
Bryson won by 2.
Nice.
English was 7 over, but English was actually 7 over through like 13. He parred his last like 6 holes. So
yeah, I mean he's still working his way through that injury. Some other guys here. Shouldn't Mac Hughes fit?
He should. He played pretty well.
He was involved that DJ year.
I like Hughes too.
And he played decent. He was with Leishman. What did he finish?
Maybe we should skip Cantley and just bet all these pieces of shit.
We could. We don't get a 16. I think that's the move.
I do too. I like all these fucks.
He's been pretty good. 37th, 28th, 24th at the U.S. Open.
He has been good. Bet him first round leader at Canadian. He was like a shot or 2 short.
Well, it's other guys in this range. He had 2.
Cam Davis,
140.
been great.
You like him?
Yeah, been good P.I., good on shorter courses, good on par 70s. I like Cam Davis.
3rd at the Heritage.
Yeah.
What about Tringali?
Fuck him.
I mean, it's
yeah, fuck him. I'm no interest.
Okay. Do you really like Cam Davis?
I don't know. I think not as much as these other guys.
Yeah. You got one more. A couple
140
more.
I like.
Patrick Rodgers. Been playing decent.
He has. He was in the top 5 going into the weekend, I think.
He was. He had a rough Sunday. He was 4 over on Sunday.
Not that bad.
He finished T31, but he was in the top 10 at one point.
Yeah, I don't know if he's capable of winning either.
Here's a 3rd here.
When was that 3rd?
2016.
It'd be great to see him win.
I don't know if he's going to win.
No, definitely. I mean, there's like a 0.2% chance of him winning. So I think saying I don't think he's going to win is pretty safe fucking take.
Good point. Streelman's won this thing, so we got to think of Streelman types. He owns this place.
Streelman types. So Pebble.
Yeah.
Is Hadwin playing?
No, he should be though. Hoagie?
No.
He got his win.
Yes.
Pebble is a good one. I mean, Ches.
Isn't Hoagie a live guy? No.
He should be.
Swofficer.
He should be a live guy. Cash in, bud.
Yeah, he should.
Fucking 40. There's Ricky.
Okay.
This could be his last PGA event ever.
It could be, and I could see him playing well. He's not going to win.
If he goes to live or if he doesn't go to live, this could be his last PGA event ever.
If he wins, it won't be.
That's right.
So it is.
All right, he can't win. He can't win. Who's the Kramer Hickok we're getting this week?
Kramer Hickok. Maybe Brandon Wu?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
lights are too bright for Brandon Wu. That Mexico Open was perfect for him. He's not there yet. He's got another year to develop.
Yeah, but Kramer Hickok was 400 to 1. It has to be someone that you're going to say to, because if it's someone who's obvious, he's not going to be the Kramer Hickok. Wasn't Kramer playing like dick coming into this?
What about Lee Hodges?
No.
Brian Stewart?
No.
Yeah. Hayden Buckley.
Yeah, he could be all right.
His girlfriend's Asian.
Wow. Correlation there.
He was playing with Rahm, and she was right there the whole way.
He was pretty good last week. I could see maybe him contending.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we gonna do?
Well,
we get to 16. We're betting it.
Yeah.
You can really see picture Cantlay winning this thing.
Me too. So if we do get Cantlay, I would say the card would be Cantlay, Sungjae, Power, Leishman. There's 4 right there. And then the 2 bombs that we like the best, I would say would be Todd.
Damon.
And Damon, yeah. 6-pack.
So that means we're out on Davis. Out on... Who's the other guy?
Steele.
I was never in. Mac Hughes.
Yeah, so we'd be out on those guys if that were the case. I mean, that's a good 6-pack there. I like that.
Cantlay just moved to 16 on Bet365.
Okay, so maybe we do get it. And I think that's probably the nice 6-pack to go with, because you like having somebody who you know can win.
Trust.
Yeah.
And it's different than a major where guys you normally can trust will shit the bed.
Right. You can definitely trust Cantlay here to at least play well.
Yep.
All right, so let's go. Let's go for a Travelers 3-peat.
Oh, this be the third in a row, huh?
It would. DJ English.
Wow, that's great.
Yep. So hopefully we can do it.
All right, let's get it. Let's get back on track.
All right.